What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool little review for you of a definitely unique knife here today. Before I get into it too much, hit the like button if you like the comment or content. Hit the subscribe button down there if you want more of it. I'd love to have y'all. Appreciate everyone that subscribed to the channel. Appreciate everyone that's a channel member, all my Patreons. You guys are awesome. Y'all help keep me going. So big shout out to all the Patreons and channel members and my subscribers, man. You are awesome. So this little unique knife here by Kizer. This one is the mini Paragon. Pretty cool looking knife. You can tell the designer right there if you looking at it, other than the maker's mark. Got those little cuts in there. That's typical of RS Knife Works. He also did the RS Chaos, Vosteed knife, and quite a few more. So let's go ahead and get into the specs and everything. Overall measurements on this bad boy. You're looking at from the tip of the blade all the way to the end of the backspacer that's sticking out there. About 5/8 of an inch overall. Now blade length, if you go all the way from the tip measuring straight back, you're looking at 3 7/8. Cutting edge, you can measure that as 2 cutting edges, right? Because that's a tanto. So that's just under 1.5 inches. That second is about 2.5. So if you go by that, you got really 4 inches of cutting edge there. If you go by a straight line, you're looking at 3 5/8 of an inch of cutting edge. You got a little sharpening tool right there. All right, let's get out the calibers. Right there, zero them out. So, Kizer Mini Paragon, thickest part of the spine. You got 83 thousandths right there, which is fairly thin, especially for such a broad knife. Yeah, 91 thousandths there. And let's get one more spot here. Let's see, right there, 94 thousandths. So a fairly thin blade stock there for such a large knife. Go down to the edge, right up above the edge, you're looking at 22.5 thousandths there. On the secondary edge, right at 31.5 thousandths. Handle thickness, this is my Carta handle, 0.57 of an inch. Fairly normal for a knife of this size, I would say. All right, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. This is going to tell you definitely where you stand with this one, but you're looking at the 8010 cold steel knives and the Demco knives 80/20.5. So really, not really a mini, right? I mean, it's called the Mini Paragon, but this is not really a mini knife, by any means. Mini, you normally think of like the Baby Banner, or the I don't know, cold steel mini tough like something like that. But this is definitely a good size knife for sure. Let's go ahead and put it up against the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Give you a good idea of the size right there, and that will definitely give you a good idea of the size too. That's a pair of 3. Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 and Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. So it's like it's a little bit bigger than the Rat 1 as far as overall length goes. Definitely larger than the Rat 2 for sure. And one more size comparison that I thought was interesting. This is just me. It's totally out the box right here, but the Beowulf. All right, that is definitely a broad blade. Hold it up next to the Beowulf. It is almost as broad as the Beowulf and longer. Beowulf, of course, much thicker blade stock, very overbuilt knife, but Yeah, I thought that would be pretty interesting there. Definitely some broad blades going on here. All right, so let's get out the scale, see how much this bad boy weighs. It doesn't feel especially heavy. Now I might be dead wrong on that, but yeah, your weight's kind of like about right there, about where you want it at, you know. I don't know, I'm gonna guess, and I always regret this later, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess probably about 5 ounces. Only 2 ounces off. 7 ounces right there. It does feel a lot lighter in pocket, in all fairness. Not trying to make excuses for my lack of weight feeling going on, but it does feel fairly light in pocket. Carries surprisingly well. Really surprised the heck out of me carrying it. Like, you can feel the weight of it for sure. You know, it's not like a lightweight gym short kind of knife, but yeah, the clip works fairly well on it. Not a deep carry at all. You know, you still got that much sticking out right there, but the clip works really good on it. I like it better than their standard pocket clips for sure. Let's go ahead and do size comparison, or not size comparison, hardware check. Sorry about that. This is a T8 in the Weehigh, and you got a T8 on that body screw. You got a T8 on that one. Captive pivot, which is awesome. T8 there. T8 on that body screw, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's a T6, but we'll go ahead and double check that just to make sure with the NAFS driver. Yeah, it's a T6 on that clip screw, single-sided, a right-handed, tip up only. Looks like the way that one's carrying. Sorry about that, lefties. So yeah, with all the specs out of the way, man, this thing really surprised me in hand. Choke back, it feels really good. You know, you feel totally locked in, 100% there. Even got that little ramp for your thumb to push, you know, and pull stuff. That flipper tab, I think it'd be cool if it was removable like a lot of other Kizers, but it's not. I would definitely remove it. To me, that little flat right there would be perfect if you could choke up on it. But yeah, pretty much stuck right here, because if you go on the other side of this flipper, you're, you know, on the cutting edge. So very comfortable jimping up top. You know, two large little spots where they jimped it out. You got the RS Knife Works classic kind of cutout, vertical cutout there on the blade. You got the designer maker's mark right there, mini Paragon model number, Kizer Knives, and 154 cm. They managed to squeeze all that in without it being too billboardy. You know, I mean, that is a few different things on there. You can definitely see them, but yeah, it's not incredibly, it doesn't grab your eye, you know, whenever you're looking at it. You know, mainly if somebody whips this out, you are looking at the uniqueness of this blade, I would have to say. And it is a very unique blade shape. It is a recurve kind of, you know, almost like a, you know, inward curve right there on the belly of it, if you could call that a belly, and a tanto there, and this goes down. So definitely quite the unique blade shape. You got a micarta back spacer in addition to the micarta handle scales, right? And it does stick out a little bit right there. I don't know the reason behind that. I can't figure it out, other than maybe they were just trying to add to the, you know, how odd and weird this knife is, how unique it is. They do have milling inside of the steel liners right there. It's a liner lock. You know, you can see where they milled it out inside right there. Action on it, pretty good, I'd have to say. Definite fall shut, especially with the size of that blade. Running on bearings. You can flip it, works pretty good. Reverse flick, works pretty good. You know, so you definitely got a couple means of deployments there. It is definitely comfortable, and more comfortable so than it looks, I'd have to say. Was very surprised by this. Maybe I don't know what that belly or that inward kind of hawkbillish curve is right there. Maybe that's kind of help grab material, you know, because if you start cutting something here and you pull it back, you're cutting across it, it kind of traps it a little more, maybe. You know, that's definitely a possibility. And then of course you've got this swedged down tanto right there as a secondary edge. So whenever you're sharpening this, you just got to sharpen them, you know, sharpen this as if you're sharpening two different knives, right? So this side, then this side, and this side. So definitely a really comfortable knife, very unique knife. Little blue pivot collar there. They do come in a couple different variations, but this is the kind of satin, I guess you could call that satin, maybe tumbled blade finish. Really comfortable knife for a larger knife. It really surprised the hell out of me carrying this thing. So pretty good knife, and I think they go for about $79.99 right now, which is on sale on Kizer's website. That's linked down below. There's my affiliate links if y'all want to buy something and help the channel out, man, that'd be awesome. If not, that's fine too. But they were going for over 100 normally, and now they're on sale for around 70 or so bucks. So definitely something to check out if you're interested in getting one. A really unique knife, and yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. 154 cm on the blade steel. I don't know if I mentioned that. Where's it at? Yeah, 154 cm. Pretty good blade steel, you know. Not the best blade steel, but definitely not the worst. So 154 cm is a great blade steel. No issues at all with that. So yeah, and that micarta is really comfortable. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. A little pattern milled out in there. That's pretty cool. Lots of little details on this knife for sure. Everything from the pocket clip not being their normal pocket clip, you know, to the kind of slots cut out in that, to the back spacer sticking out, you know, to the, you could write an essay on the blade shape, you know. Pretty cool. So definitely a unique little knife, and definitely a good one to pick up. Kizer Knives mini Paragon. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Appreciate y'all liking the content, liking the video. Hit the like button if you like it, man. Subscribe if you want more of it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay sharp.